Great. Thank you. And welcome again, everybody, to our Beginner's Guide to Natural Living. I do want at this point to let you know that what we're going to be talking about tonight is really not intended to replace the advice of your healthcare provider. It's not intended to diagnose, to treat, to prevent, or to cure any disease. I am an educator and I am really committed to just helping you have access to the resources that you need so that you can make informed decisions about your health. And that's really important to me. I have a passion for doing that. So keep that in mind because I really believe this is something that's going to help you, empower you on your journey towards better health. Just a little bit about me. I was pretty sick as a kid, okay? I had this unexplained fainting spells ever since I can remember. I didn't have the energy that most kids had. My mother took me to several doctors, and I can still remember sitting in a chair with my legs dangling, and the doctor saying, "We don't see anything wrong with her, it's all in her head." My mother wasn't willing to accept that. She was way ahead of her time. And so she began to do her own study and her own research, and she began to practice some things with me, some healthful habits. And I did really well when I was home. But man, when I got away from the house, it was like I wanted to be my own boss. I adopted the standard American diet. I adopted the lifestyle. I didn't worry about sleep. I didn't worry about any of that kind of stuff. And actually, within the first year of my being married, and we will be married 45 years at the in August, I had become so fatigued, so tired that I felt like when I went to sleep, I was fighting all night and I woke up and I hadn't been to sleep at all. And one day a friend came over and she was bringing dinner because I couldn't even function. She was bringing dinner for us and she recommended I go see her doctor. And her doctor, he believed in working with your illness with nutrition. Now, I had studied this in school. So we had been taught that these kind of people were really quacks, okay? And so I was really kind of hesitant, but at the same time, I was just so sick that I went to him. And he did just one little test. And instead of giving me some meds, he sent me home with a diet. And then he told me something that was going to change my life. He said, "Young lady, if you don't make some lifestyle changes now, you're going to have diabetes by the time you're in your 30s or 40s. And diabetes ran in my family, and I certainly didn't want that. And so that kind of began my personal wellness journey. And I'll say one of the biggest milestones in my wellness journey was when a friend of mine asked me to try her Young Living essential oils. And after observing my struggles that I was having with some respiratory issues, she came over and she said, "Can I put these oils on your feet?" And I was like, "What? That's totally strange to me." But she rubbed about 5 oils on my feet. They were Young Living oils. And in a few minutes, I could just breathe so much better. And I was like, "Oh, I couldn't believe this." So I did get the oils at the time that she gave me, but I kind of thought they were expensive. I didn't like the fact that I had to buy them through her and all that kind of stuff. I didn't understand the business model. And I tried several really inexpensive brands that I could buy at the department stores, and they didn't work. Some of them made me even sicker, and I wasted my money. And the problem was I just did not understand the quality of the Young Living oils. And so I had to start doing my own research. And that was over, 15 years ago. And while I'm not really perfect with this, I will say I'm still working to improve my health. But at my last annual doctor's appointment last month, my doctor, she came in and she was just so excited because she said, "You are making my day." She said, "When I look at your numbers, I look at your charts, your health is like that of someone that is 20 years younger." And that really encouraged me. She said, "Whatever you're doing, continue to do that."
Okay,
And
my
so I've been
now.
doing a lot of I've been doing a lot of different things, and I'm going to share some of these things with you. And I know that many of you are looking for ways that you can improve your health. And I want you to come aboard this community and join us as we work through how we can support our mind, body, and our spirit using more God's design for doing that. So I'm going to talk about the basics of essential oils. What are essential oils? Where do they come from? How do they work? Are they safe? Why use them? and how to use them. And also we'll look a little bit of when to use them. I have this quote up here because it reminds us that they have been knowing for several years that if we did not make some changes, some major changes to our lifestyle habits, that we were going to have some pandemic type things occurring. So think about that. That was in 2011 when Dr. Furman was beginning to warn us that as a community, as a society, we needed to begin to look at our lifestyle changes, or we were going to have some problems. And we can tell where we're at today. So let's get in and talk a little bit about what to do now that you are ready to make a change. Okay. Keep in mind that before the development of our Western medicine and scientific medicine, people always relied on the plants. They relied on the earth to help with their health and their wellness. They had them all around. The Bible talks about using that. But throughout the years, they began to experiment and they began to discover some very powerful drugs that actually came from the plants. For example, aspirin comes from the plant originally. So sometimes we ask the question, why would we want to go back to nature when we have all these wonderful technological things going on? And one of the reasons is because what's happening today is that many of the things that we are using really expose us to toxins that the body cannot use. And toxins exist in our everyday products, like our shampoo, like our soap, like our laundry detergent, our lotions, our makeup, our air fresheners. We can even be exposed to toxins that are in our food, in our building materials, in our cookware, in our cleaning products. There's some toxins that leach out of your shower curtain, your furniture, your carpet, and even more. And what happens is these toxins start to accumulate in your body, and you start to experience symptoms of toxic overload. And it comes out in things like fatigue, insomnia, anxiety, depression, digestive issues, brain fog, skin issues, hormonal issues, and even more. And because it builds up, we don't realize that's what's going on. But nobody really wants that. And they're kind of like a silent culprit. And when this overload takes on, your immune system can't handle it, and your body starts to break down in different ways. So it's really important that we eliminate those products that are really sabotaging our health, so that we give our body more of a chance to function in the way that it was designed. And slowly ditching products and substances that present risk to your body, and replacing them with products and substances that provide nourishment and work alongside your body's natural abilities really can make a difference. Because as I said, I believe the body was designed to heal itself when it receives what it needs. So pair that with gaining knowledge in the world of natural living, such as what we're doing tonight in this class, and you'll start to feel even more empowered. I want to make sure also that you're connected to the community, that we can help you as we support you along this journey. So I really want to make sure that you're getting some tools and that you are working with us so that you can get answers to some of the questions. You're not feeling confused or you're feeling helpless along this journey. But just think about it. Did you realize that there can be toxins in your cookware? I think that is a surprise for many of us. We take some of these things for granted, and we just didn't realize how some things have really been harmful for us. So I do want to say it may come as a surprise to many of you that there are so many toxins in your everyday products, like your soaps and your shampoos and your air fresheners, your cleaning supplies, your makeup, and all of that. And sadly, items within this industry, they are not highly regulated for safety. And we as a consumer are led to believe that they're safe for use. But in order to combat the risk of toxic overload, Young Living has created over 600 products that we equip us with nearly everything we need to help us feel empowered in our journey for natural living. Over the years, as I said, I've tried different things, but Young Living is the only company that I have seen that will back their items with what is called a Seed to Seal quality commitment. And you can rest assured that you're filling your home with quality products that are sure to get you back to nature. And just check out I'll give you a few of the strict guidelines that Young Living abides by to fulfill the promise of sending only the best products to your home. First of all, the plant material that is grown and is used for our essential oils and our products are grown on corporately owned farms, and they're carefully vetted partner farms. And you can visit the farm, you can see how the products are processed. They use sustainable farming and sourcing practices, providing only the purest oil.
I keep taking it off of mute.
They take great care to preserve and to protect the natural resources. And they hand weed their fields. You use absolutely zero pesticides. And that is so rare because we know those are. One lady that was using essential oils discovered that the distillers that was being used by the company she was buying her oils for had iron in them. And so the iron was causing her to have an allergic reaction to the essential oil. So that's one of the things I like about Young Living is their distillers are food grade, state of the art. And so it's the best distillation method so that the oil remains pure. They also use a low pressure, low temperature distillation without the use of solvents or synthetic chemicals. And they use a very rigorous testing on each batch of internal labs. And they also use their labs and they use third-party facilities. So it's not just what they're saying, but others are coming in and testing as well. The oils are carefully reviewed through every step of the production in order to meet and exceed the industry's safety and purity standards, which goes beyond being organic. And if the oils don't meet this high standard, these oils are rejected and they are not bottled as a Young Living product. You can find more information about this in our Seed to Seal promise. And you can just go to www.seedtoseal.com and you can learn more about the quality of the products. But the other thing that's really exciting is you can have the products delivered to your house, so you don't have to go out. You don't have to sell. You're never required to sell anything. But if you do decide that you want to share and you have that passion for helping others, they do offer a compensation plan and the ability for you to become a brand partner. And that oftentimes people do that just to cover the cost of their products that they get. So I'd be glad to give you more information about that as we go on, if you're interested in that as well. But let's just talk about the first step in this journey. That is to kind of get rid of the stuff that's really harming you. But how do you know what you need to do? Let's take a look. And I think these are ingredients you might want to jot down, take a picture of, because this is really going to help when you go home. When you're at your homes, I know we're all at our homes now, but check your cabinets for these particular items in the things that are in your cabinets. Formaldehyde, this is a preservative that is often seen in lotions, it's seen in cosmetics, it's in baby wipes, and it's known to be carcinogenic. It can cause skin and respiratory irritations. Phthalates, these are a group of chemicals that are found in personal care products, and many plastics and vinyls have this in them, and they affect your endocrine system. They affect the reproductive system. People have hormonal issues because of them, and they even have the potentiality of causing cancer. Then you have the VOCs, those volatile organic compounds that are gases that are emitted into the air. And they're found in some of your building materials. So often new homes have this problem. Home and personal care products, gasoline, standing out and gassing the car, and even things like glue and permanent markers have these VOCs. And breathing in VOCs can cause eye, nose, throat irritation, as well as causing difficulty in breathing. And it causes some nausea. It can even damage the central nervous system and other organs. Some VOCs are known to cause cancer. So again, we don't even know this, and this is just being emitted into your air. We have things like sodium lauryl sulfate, okay, or sodium laureth sulfate. These are surfactants that are commonly used as emulsifying cleaning agents in household cleaning products like your laundry detergents or your spray cleaners, your dishwashing detergents. In other words, it's what they use to keep things mixed up so you don't have to shake it as much. And they also make a synthetic lather, so it makes you feel like things are cleaner because they create this synthetic lather. But oftentimes they're synthetic, and they have the potential of causing skin irritations and other problems. Then you have the MEA, the DEA, the TEA. These are found in many household and personal care products, and they also have been linked to organ system toxicity, bioaccumulation, meaning that they accumulate in your system and they even cause cancer. Triclosan is really common. This is found in your antibacterial soaps. People think they're really helping themselves. They're actually harming themselves by using these. They're found in many hand sanitizers, many detergents, as well as some toothpaste, some deodorants, some cosmetics, some plastics, and even more. It can really affect the thyroid and the endocrine system. And it was recently banned by the FDA to be used in antiseptic washes, but it still can be found in some of our other products like our toothpaste, our cosmetics, even some clothing, kitchenware, furniture, and toys. So it's up to you to kind of know that that's there. And then we have this one overarching term, fragrance. The word fragrance can appear on a label, and it contains an enormous list of ingredients that a company is not required to tell you, mainly because they're considered a trade secret. That means a product could contain some awful ingredients and the consumer doesn't even know it. And these chemicals could be linked to cancer, to reproductive and developmental toxicity, to allergies, to sensitivities. It just really puts us at risk. And the question is why? Okay. And these are just a few of the ingredients that you'll kind of want to avoid when you bring products into your home. But doesn't it kind of sound exhausting to you? Have to read label after label after label. And I think tonight I want to give you another solution that will be helpful. But I would encourage you, take a look at what you have under your cabinet. Take a look at the ingredients on the bottles that you bring and the packages that you bring into your home. Begin to look at the labels. I think one of the best ways to kind of ditch the toxins in your home when it's seeming so overwhelming is to look at what we have in terms of providing a way that's very, very simple. Rather than you having to spend hours and hours reading labels, we have what a subscribe and save program. It's an auto ship program. And when someone's enrolled in this program, it unlocks a 24% discount on all the subscription one-time purchases that they make. It also qualifies you to be able to earn loyalty rewards that can be used for free gifts when you spend like 50 PV or more on your subscription each month. But you get to pick from like over 600 oils and products. You customize what you have coming to your home. And once you find something that you like, you simply choose it. You determine how frequent you want it to come to your home. So it can come every month or every other month. You can even have it come every 3 months, but you can manage it yourself. You can skip a month if that's not something that's going to work for you. But you really do save a lot if you're on this program, because you immediately start getting, in addition to the 24% discount, a 10% discount. And if you're on the program for another 3 months, you get 20%. And if you're on the program for over 24 months, you get an additional 25% discount. So it's just an awesome way to help you to be able to bring the things into your home that you need, get rid of the things that you don't need, save an enormous amount of money and time while you're doing it. The best way to do it is to think about your home and just start with one room at a time. Think about, where would you like to start? Because you don't No one wants to say, oh, I got to do this with my whole house, remove everything. But just think about the one room that would be helpful for you to get started. Now that we've discussed how to keep those replacement things coming into your home, I do want to walk you through some of the most popular things that you might be ordering. And first of all, we really have to look at essential oils. I love them because they are the concentrated liquids that are extracted from plants, from herbs and trees. They're pure from nature. They're either steam distilled or they're cold pressed. And they're very, very potent and powerful in terms of helping your health and your wellness, but they're not toxic, okay? So you can use them for aromatherapy, for personal care, for household solutions. They make an excellent replacement for room sprays, for plug-ins, for candles, for perfumes. And I'll just kind of throw out a few of the ones that I personally like. And we'll talk a little bit more about some of these, but we have a blend of thieves. And I like it because it's purifying. It purifies the air. It's very supportive. It boosts the immune system. I like the lemon because lemon is very uplifting and it's cleansing. You probably heard of lavender and how it's calming and it's cleansing, but this is pure lavender, not a synthetic lavender. Really love peppermint because it's invigorating. It's cooling. It gives energy when you're feeling a little down. Stress Away is one that has just been very popular because it relaxes, it soothes. And then your Citrus Fresh is a blend of several citrus oils, which we know help boost the immune system. And it's very refreshing and mood boosting. And then one of my favorite is Peace and Calming because it's balancing, it's grounding. It's really one that has really helped me to rest and to sleep better. Those are just a few of my favorites. Now, one of the best ways to use that is to use a diffuser. And people ask why a diffuser and why a quality diffuser. All diffusers are not created equally. But what diffusing does is it vaporizes the essential oils and it gets them into the air so that you can breathe them in. It goes into a limbic system immediately. And our Young Living diffusers have a cool mist ultrasonic component to them. So it actually protects the essential oils from having too much heat, and it allows them to retain their incredible properties. Our diffusers come with a 1-year warranty, and they often can be purchased in a bundle with other oils, which is really the best deals because some bundles you're getting actually 50% off. But not only does diffusing purify the air, it can enhance your spiritual awareness. It can stimulate the olfactory receptors and activate regions of the brain, the limbic system, as I mentioned earlier, that's associated with memory. It helps memory, emotion, and your state of mind. It's just amazing what that does. And when it comes to safety and usage, you just have to start with a few drops when you're diffusing. Most people only need like 3 to 10 drops at a time, depending on your sensitivity and what your preferences are. You can also apply the Young Living oils to your skin, and you can keep it really simple. So you just start with 1 drop, add a small drop to a carrier oil like coconut oil, especially if it might be a hot oil such as cinnamon or peppermint sometimes. Also, you might want to use a carrier oil if you're working with children or if you're working with elderly individuals. And what's unique about Young Living also is they have a line of ingestible essential oils that we call vitality oils. They are labeled. I would tell you, if you have other oils, you read the label and they will say, do not ingest. There's a reason for that because they're not pure. But these are pure oils, generally considered the grass, recognized as safe. And so these can be ingested and you just like sometimes add 1 drop. I like to add it to my tea or glass of water. You can even cook with them. It's just amazing how you can use them. And then you get the premium benefits from using that oil as well in your food or as you ingest it. So, okay, now we've talked about getting rid of synthetically fragrance lotions and your fluoride-filled toothpaste and your conventional makeup and you need some replacement. So let's talk about some of the wonderful things that I believe Young Living offers for you to do that, and some of the things that you can put on subscription. Let's start with lotions. Young Living covers a variety of lotions for your babies, for kids, for adults. But the thing that's unique is they're formulated without any parabens, any sulfates, any phthalates, any synthetic fragrances or colors. They're even infused with Young Living's premium essential oils, and they're backed by that seed to seal quality commitment. So you can trust what you're getting. I also say they are very, very concentrated. So you just need a little bit, goes a long way. You don't feel like you're just pouring out a lot of lotion and it's just slathering, it's greasy and you get all this residue. None of that when you use their lotions. Toothpaste are one that, again, I think is really important because you get several options, including the one that they have for kids. None of their toothpastes are going to have fluoride. They're all free from harmful peroxides, from SLSs, from parabens, from phthalates, from mineral oil, from synthetic perfumes, from dyes, from artificial colors, from flavors and preservatives. And again, they're infused with Young Living's premium essential oils. They all contain naturally derived ingredients, which gently remove surface stains from your teeth. They prevent tartar buildup. They prevent the fight of plaque, and they really support healthy gums. I can tell you, when I started using the Thieves toothpaste, my dental checkups improved. And they were like, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. But I really encourage you, read the labels, the warning labels on your toothpaste, and then ask yourself, am I really putting this in my mouth? Because I don't think we realized how damaging that could really be. We also need to kind of look at the makeup that we're putting on, and Young Living does have a whole line of makeup, and it bans, Young Living bans over 2,500 harmful ingredients that other makeup companies use. Young Living's makeup is infused with essential oils that support your skin. Again, it has that same seed to seal quality, and their makeup will not have any sulfates. It will not have any phthalates, no mineral oil, no animal-derived ingredients, no synthetic fragrances, no synthetic dyes. It's vegan-friendly and cruelty-free. And I always remember my pediatrician told me over 40 years ago, when I was slathering lotion on my baby's head to kind of make the hair be straight. And he said to me, Mother, he said, you need to understand everything you put on that baby's head is going into that baby's skin, into her bloodstream, into her brain. So it's really important that we realize everything that we put on our bodies goes into the cellular level. And that puts us again at risk for all kinds of problems with our health, things that we are trying to avoid. And that's something that we can all control. When we talk about our cleaning products, this is one that's really difficult for us to look at. We all have our own cleaning standards. We all have the things that we were raised to use when we clean our homes and our bathrooms and things like that. Many of the things we've been using for years, we didn't realize how toxic they were. But we want to know that we're getting things clean. Unfortunately, we have slowly been poisoning ourselves. It was one time that I was using a product straight, that today they require anyone to wear a mask to do that. But I didn't know any better. And I have permanently damaged my respiratory system because I was all into cleaning and even wanting to do that professionally. So I was really glad when I learned about the Thieves Household Cleaner. Not only is it safer, but it's also very effective, and it's super, super expensive. You look at that bottle on the slide and you'll see the spray bottle. You only need a capful to go into that spray bottle. So you see how concentrated it is and how many bottles of cleaner you can get from that. And they also have a whole line of products that are infused with that Thieves blend that we were talking about before. That Thieves blend has clove in it. It has cinnamon bark. It has eucalyptus radiata, has rosemary and lemon. All are oils that are really awesome in protecting your system, protecting the environment, and really fighting against the yucky stuff that's around. And then our Thieves Household Cleaner Also provides a real deep cleaning power because it's naturally derived from plant-based ingredients. So while it's very, very concentrated, it's really easy to mix. You can make a whole lot of different cleaning products. So you only need this particular bottle to make all the other cleaning products that we have under our cabinets. Um, and it's so much safer. It's safe for children. It's safe for pets. And again, it's infused with the Thieves Premium Essential Oil Blend. No one else is able to do that. And so I was really glad to discover this and stop damaging my health in this way. Then there's also the laundry detergent. Your laundry detergent, read the label and see what's in it, but you'll find Thieves laundry detergent doesn't have the SLS, it doesn't have dyes, it doesn't have formaldehyde, the petrochemicals, it doesn't have any phosphates, synthetic perfumes, it doesn't have chlorine, it doesn't have optical brighteners. Those are added just to make you feel like a product is clean and it looks clean. It really doesn't do anything but sabotage our health. It contains the natural enzymes that help to combat dirt, stains, and strong odors. And it's really formulated with very gentle plant-based cleansers that are safe for sensitive skin. And it's again infused with Young Living's Thieves Premium Essential Blend. Young Living also offers your foaming hand soap, your dish soap, your dishwasher powder, your fruit and veggie soap, your spray that you carry around with you, your hand sanitizer, your wipes, your kitchen and bath scrub, you name it, and you will find that they have that product that's safe for you. They even have a home cleaning kit that you can get and you can trust it. So that was a real boost for me in helping me to get past some of the issues I was having because I had all these toxins that I was allowing in my home and I was putting in my body. Unfortunately, when it comes to supplements, the conventional vitamins and supplements can be really synthetically and legally, they're produced in the lab. And because they are not required by the FDA to have any kind of standard before they're sold or marketed, you have no idea what you're getting. Often your supplements contain inactive or really poorly bioavailable nutrients, as well as artificial sweeteners and dyes. And you end up wasting your money. And you probably heard a lot of stories about how, it goes in and it just comes out and it doesn't do anything with your body. So you want a supplement that is going to be easily assimilated in your body, that's going to be bioavailable for your body. And I have learned that the Young Living supplements are cultivated, they're tested, and they're bottled under the same Young Living seed to seal quality standard. So you know what you're getting. And they will put everything on the label that's in there. So you will know that, where others are not required to do that, they don't do that. But their supplements are naturally derived, they're plant-based, they're infused again with the Young Living Premium Essential Oils, which increases their bioavailability in your body, making them easier and more assimilated in your body. They don't contain any artificial dyes, no flavorings, no sweeteners, and that's so rare to find. They offer a variety of supplements that cover both feminine and masculine wellness. They've got supplements for your digestive wellness, your that help with longevity, targeted support for whatever your needs are. And so we often help people put together a bundle that will support whatever their system need is. But I'll just talk to you a little bit about some of the ones that are most popular and needed. For example, Life9. You've heard about the need for probiotics to help digest your food. Their Life9 is very potent, has over 17 billion live cultures in it and 9 different strains. Very, very much helps the digestive system. But they also have what's Mighty Pro, which is a real tasty blend of prebiotics and probiotics. It was formulated for kids, but I really love it as an adult in taking it that way. And it has over 8 billion active live cultures in it. Then they have Master Formula, it's a full spectrum complex of vitamins and minerals that help support your digestive system. It helps neutralize the free radicals in the body, and it provides your gut flora that you really need with prebiotics. The master formula is much better in terms of bioavailability and the ability for your body to assimilate it than a one-a-day vitamin. They aren't able to really put what you need in a one-a-day, although people think that they're getting something with that. There's also multi-greens. So we need the greens, but how do we get that? And this supports your nervous system, your circulatory system, your glandular system. We also have Ningxia Red. I know that sounds funny. Many of you have heard it, but it comes from the Chinese province in Ningxia in China. And it actually is a delicious drink, but it's a puree. So it's a whole food, and it's packed with powerful antioxidants that helps to work against the oxidative stress, and it supports the normal cellular function. Often people will start here when it comes to nutrition because it's easy for them to add that to their system and to really boost themselves in terms of nutritional health. So the Ningxia Red is a good place to start. Omega Gize is awesome because it combines the power of the omega-3. You've heard a lot about that. D3s, your vitamin Ds, and coenzyme Q10. And with that, along with the essential oils, it really provides brain function, and it helps the normal heart, support the heart, the eye, and the joint health. So it's an overall very powerful supplement. And what I like about Young Living is oftentimes they will combine. They don't isolate when they don't have to supplements. They try to get the synergistic effect of the supplement. And then, of course, almost everyone needs to have enzymes to help digest their food because we don't have enzymes in our food hardly at all. So Essential Zymes 4 is probably my favorite because it has the powerful fat digesting enzymes for dairy products, for meats, for vegetables, and it just really promotes a greater nutrient absorption. So it helps guard against having digestive issues because it helps the food to digest much better. Of course, Super Bs are wonderful because the B vitamins really are more bioavailable, and they have chelated minerals in them in this particular supplement. And it really supports your cardiovascular, cognitive health. It supports your nervous system. And really, the B vitamins are excellent for everyday stress. So we really stress having those. But these are just a few I'm going to tell you. We also have a golden turmeric. We have a cortistop. We have a thyromin, sulfurzyme, mineral essence, super C, super D, alkaline, aluminize, ICP, which help with digestion. So we can help you to have the supplements that you need that you know are going to support your body the best way that it can, and to have the education to go with that so that you are getting the best thing that your body will need. But let's kind of pause here a little bit. There's over 600 products, okay, and essential oils, and we're not able to really cover that here or in the one class. So it's really important that you're connected to our community, that you are getting the information and the education you need so that you can personalize your wellness protocols that you're doing. So I really encourage you to set up a personalized account with Young Living. And there's no commitment in doing that. But in that way, you're connecting to the community. You have the ability to go in, look at all of the products that are offered and the different resources that are available to you. And it's so simple to do. Our community provides education. We can answer questions. We can, we share ideas, we share recipes. And so I really encourage you to connect with us. And if you're finding something, share that with us as well. We all learn together because there's just so many products. I mean, we haven't even talked about the line of CBD, the line of pet products, Icorn products, there's cookware, so much more, all having the same quality and commitment from the integrity of the company. So I really encourage you to join our Naturally Nozella Facebook group. And once you set up an account with Young Living, again, there's no commitment there. We have you in the group, and we're able to provide you with the education and information that you really want. It's going to help you the most. And there's also some other, here's some websites that you can go to. There's our webpage, there's a blog. Also, on here is our personal naturallynozella.com page. We have additional resources on there that are specifically targeted to our community. So I really encourage you to do that. I often say when we do these classes, we have three people here, three types of people here. We have someone here that's looking and saying, man, this is so new. I'm not so sure about it. I need to check into this a lot more. And I just want to say to you, thank you so much for just being here. I appreciate that. And I encourage you to just go in, set up that free account, maybe look at one or two products that you want to try, consult with me. We can talk about what your specific need is. It's very important that we're meeting your need. The second person is that this probably isn't the first time you've heard, but this is what you need to do. You're ready to get started. And I congratulate you because you're taking a big step. And by getting into our community, by setting up your account and going ahead and beginning to switch out, ditch those things you don't need and switch out, you are on your way to taking charge of your health and that of your family. And so I want to just really support you. And I do want to say there's probably a third person here. Not only are you just excited about the products and, taking charge and ditching and switching things right now, but you also are wanting to share this with other people, and you're kind of interested in making a little money on the side. As I mentioned earlier, you're never required to sell anything when you become a customer with Young Living. But if you decide that you want to share this wellness lifestyle and others, and you want to earn a little paycheck in doing that, then you do want to consider becoming a brand partner. And you can do that for just an initial investment of $29.95. A little less than $30. And you can either do it when you make your first order, or you can wait later and do it then if that's something that you want to do. So please let me know if you're interested in that as well. I do want to just take this time to thank you so much for spending this time with me here. Please let me encourage you to at least set up your account. There's a QR code. You can kind of go in there and take a picture of that if that's an easy way to do it. You can go to naturallynozella.com, click on order, set up the account. All they're going to ask you pretty much is your name, your address, your email number, and you set up a password. You don't have to purchase anything at that time, but it gets you set and ready to go. I encourage you to talk to the person that invited you and use their number. You'll see my number here, but if you're on and someone else invited you, ask them for their number, because that is something they will ask you. Who is your sponsor or your enroller? And we would like to share that with the person that invited you tonight. I'm going to stop here. I would like, if you have your phones or something like that, you might be able to set up an account right now. And I'd like to help you do that. I also want to be able to answer any questions. So I'm going to stop the share right now. And I'm also going to see if I can stop the recording at the same time.